All right. So, a very interesting take on Mill here. Instead of just blue black, we went Esper. Why Esper? Because Prismatic Ending is a great way to deal with a lot of the format right now, and Kaya's Guile isn't that terrible of a card. Other than that, you've got your standard Hedron Crab and Ruin Crab package. This list, which is brought to us by Old Ways Dre here, it has 4 Soul Guides main, and so we're not too worried about hitting mass exile effects. Worst case scenario, we can use Soul Guide to draw cards and buy it back with the Luris that's in our sideboard here. Then you've got your standard Drown in the Locks and your Visions of Beyond. Visions to draw you more cards, Drown to counter or destroy, and then your basically 12 standard mill spells now of the Tasha Sidious Laughter, Fractured Sanity, and Archive Trap. The land base here obviously is a bit different because we're now in a third color. We still have the 2 Watery Grave, but we've gone down an island and down a swamp from our usual basics, and instead we have a plains, obviously because we want to cast white. And then we've gone from 4 Field of Ruin down to 3. Other than that, we've added a 1 of Godless Shrine here because occasionally you need that black-white source. It's not often, but occasionally you have your blue and you have your blue set up, and you just need to be able to get all 3 colors available to you. Because as you can see, if you get like Hollowed Fountain or Watery Grave off the first fetch, and then you can get Godless Shrine, which will enable both your Drowns and your Kayas. Yes, you won't be able to turn on your Fractured Sanity or your Archive Trap. How often are you getting to that mana anyway? Then we have a 1 of Ragran Triome here, which is the Jeskai Triome. Why is it the Ragran Triome here? Well, because of a fun little sideboard card here. Hide and Seek. We can either put an artifact or enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library, only going to be really relevant against Hammer Time or possibly a Chalice type deck, but might occasionally cast Hide. The main reason we're running it is for Seek, to be able to go, oh, they're running an Emrakul. Okay, let's go grab the Emrakul and gain 15 life. Then we have 3 Surgicals and a 1 of Extirpate in the board. That's just because I like Split Second occasionally, but the freely casting of Surgical for life is definitely relevant. Then we have 2 Test of Talents, because Test of Talents has been a tried and true counter spell at this point, especially for Mill. Mystical Disputes, not in a bad spot, so we'll try it and see how it does. I'm never a fan of it, but that's because I can never really utilize the fact of 1 blue. I'd rather this basically be like Fluster Storm in most scenarios. Blossoming Calm, another great reason to be into white, because you can gain Hexproof for the burn matchup and then gain life, and then Rebound is a very nice effect. Path is more removal, very efficient removal because it exiles. And then a Singleton Dam. Think of this more of a Wrath of God, not a single target effect. But if we have out a bunch of crabs and we just need to deal with 1 thing, we can use it that way instead of having to kill our own board state. And of course, the good old Luris of the Dream Den. Because who doesn't love the Nightmare Kitty? With the rundown of why I think we're running all of these cards in Mill, let's take this into a league and see how we can do with it. All right, we won the die roll. We will gladly take the play. Let's reveal this Luris and go to work. No. Keep bottom the Godless Shrine. We can lead on a tapped Water Grave here and pass. We don't do a lot of milling here. And the fact that they didn't reveal Aluris makes me wonder how good Tasha's can be against them. Search for tomorrow, meaning primetime deck. So I think we're in a fine spot here. We can go get Hollowed Fountain. I'm probably tapped. I'm not in too much of a rush here. Like, yes, they're trying to ramp, but I don't think we need to worry about much of anything from them here. Fetch, go get ourselves an island here. We have access to all of our colors. And let's Tasha's see how many lands we can hit here. They go ahead and they search. Themselves in the mountain. And 10 cards into the exile. Hitting a primetime, 3 dryads. And an Okay. Wasn't expecting Emrakul main board. So 6, 9, 12, 14, 17, 19. Emrakul was the 20th. That is the best we could want off of that Tasha's. Deputy Michael McGlynn, thank you very much for the follow. Main board Emrakul. In a scape shift deck. That's something else. Well, there's a Valakut. And then we have an Archive Trap there. Not bad. It's Tasha's again, because it's our weakest mill spell. That Tasha's hit for a bit more. Ah, it's through the breach. That's why. It's Breach Titan. So they shock in, now they go prime time. Yep. They search. Here's the question. Is it 2 Emrakul or 1 Emrakul? They do that. Doesn't turn on any Valakuts yet. Let's cast for 0 and find out. All right. It is indeed 2 Emrakul. So we're in a bit of trouble here. Field isn't bad. Let's go ahead and cycle of visions here. There we go. We'll just hit him with the field in draw step. I know it means that we take 1 Valakut here, but it's better to take 1 now than ridiculous amount in a second. Is land drop. Then this would have been the same 2. They get 2 wooded foothills tapped. Interesting that they went with the foothills. Soul Guide plus Sanity. Not enough. They've got exactly 1 card. And so they get their draw, and we're at 6, so we lose. We're never going to be able to ending the prime time. They choose not to search. I mean, they can't anyway. So, what were the last 15 cards? 5. So we would have hit 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, 15, 18, 21 would have stopped the Emrakul. So we got the Farseek, the Dryad, the Primetime of Steve, and another Through the Breach off of it. So Fractured is better there, but... Alright. So versus Primetime. Not a fan of Tasha's. I like Seek. Test is interesting. I want Path over Ending. I want Dam over Ending. Moto, thank you. So we've got... So we could either test their Summoners packs or their Through the Breaches. Not terrible cards to hit. Mystical Disputes, meh. We might be able to get an early Surgical or Extirpate on, say, Valakut or Primetime. They do plenty of searching, so I like the Archive Trap. I like the Sanity. I don't want to go down on all the Laughters because Laughter is a great way to deal. Kaiaskyle also deals with Primetime. Soul Guide is fine. Yeah. Looks good. Love to play first. Reveal the Luris. Hands not keepable. Keepable, but doesn't do anything. So we're going to mulligan. Okay, here we go. This we can keep. It's one of the worst starting hands for Crab. But it's still what we kind of have to do. Keep and bottom both Sanities. Because I know that we're gonna want the Lantern. Valakut interplates tapped. Well, darn. Crab. Hope we don't hit an Emrakul here. This mill yield. On the bright side, it was only 2 cards. So it's not as bad as it could have been. Stomping Ground, Shocked In, Steve, Farseek. Well, they searched. So I'm okay with this. Archive trap for 0. It's an Emmy. Get rid of those cards. I don't even know what all we got rid of there. Nothing great. Hey, but we hit Seek. Pay for black, pay for white. We're gonna search your library for a card and exile it. Boil? Oh, they brought in another Emrakul. Do we take the boil here just so we don't have to deal with it? Boil currently only hits 1 land. We'll take an Emrakul and gain 15. It's going to make it a lot harder for the primetime deck. My guess is that they have a 4th Emrakul and it's in their hand. And they're about to just through the breach us here. Okay. Let's cycle. Trying to find ourselves land. We're gonna search, sure. Hey, we hit 2 of their Valakuts, and then a Ruin Crab. Oh, that's no fun. Swagdad. Okay. Blood Crypt. Interesting. Land? Not just a land, a fetch land. Mill for 6 plus exile. Or Ruin Crab. And mill for 12 and not have the exile up. We're gonna go with this. Try to hit answers. This Watery Grave. Sure. Didn't hit. A bit unfortunate. So no prime time from them. We've seen 1 through the breach so far. So ideally land off the top. Not a land. Okay, we'll pass. Boil, destroy all islands. Okay. Well, let's at least cycle. There's cards we can't cast. Bloodstained Mire fetches. Yep, Valakuts are now online, so they shoot the crab and then shoot us. So getting landlocked out of the game here versus Valakut, which is unfortunate. Prime time comes in. I don't know if they even have anything left in their deck to go grab. I'm sure that they do. All right. They hit us with 4, meaning we go down to 10, and then they hit us for 5, and we're dead. Neat. Just unfortunate there. I feel we probably have a real good matchup against this type of deck, other than the fact that it's running 3 Emrakul. And mainboard Emrakul at least was a 2 of. So that hurts. Plus the boil. So we're dead if they draw a land. We're dead if they attack. And we're just... We saw one land that game. 1 land in 6 draws? Or 7 draws? 7 draws. No, 6. Anyway. There's another land. How nice. Alright, we won the die roll. We will gladly take the play. We're facing Barbecue House. Assuming they're on that Jund list. That makes me want to keep this. Don't keep 1-landers. Never keep 1-landers. I know I'm not listening to my own advice. But you're about to see why. We're never going to hit that land. Hmm. All right. Gonna shock in this Hollowed Fountain. Play out a Hedron Crab and pass the turn. Come on, fetch land. Well, they don't do much searching. And our 1-land greed is gonna cost us here, ain't it? Bobble. Bobble. Frogmite. So 5, 6. Cast. All right. Memnite. So we can ending the Memnite here. I want to see what we're drawing. Not a land. Darn. So they can't neoform us this turn. These visions try to draw. Why? Why? Cursed. Absolutely cursed. Hmm. I mean, if they neoform and aren't able to kill us, we're golden. But they draw 2. They play the Saga. Let's see it. Let's see the Springleaf Drum and neoform off the Thought Monitor. And then we take a good chunk. Companion, that's fine. Yep. So they go searching. They get a Crater Hoof. Where X is the number of creatures they control. So 5, 5, 6, 6, 10, 10. So we're taking lethal. Darn. Let's get as much information as we can, even though I have a very good feeling as to what their deck is. Yep. Yep. Nothing special there. Block there. Because it doesn't matter where we block, and then we take lethal. Lethal by 1. So if I had gone with the ending plan, ending on the Memnite, we take 5, 6, 7 less damage. But we wouldn't have had the visions, so we would have hit visions, and then we would have cycled the visions, which would have drawn us 3 at that point. And we would have seen a colorless land and not been able to do anything. Okay. So Neofinity, huh? Blah, blah, blah. I know we want the paths. Tasha's is awful in this matchup. They have... Why won't it ever let me grab the dam? They just have so many cards. Dispute and Test aren't terrible here. Ending hits a lot of their early stuff. We don't care about their graveyard. They're not going to be running any graveyard effects. Let's bring back in a couple Tashas. Well, I say they're not going to be running any graveyard effects. They shouldn't be. We've got the Guile if they are. We'll also just pick up a couple Surgical. Shave on and ending. Yeah, we're gonna just... We'll do that. Yes, please do that. Do this. It's a 2-lander. And we can cycle. And we have Drown as well. We'll try it. Probably not right. But strictly because this we cannot get. So we go Hollowed Fountain here. Play out the Ruined Crab and pass the turn. So that way, if they do something that we need to ending, we can ending. If they don't, We have Cycle Sanity. Bobbledy bobble. Memnite. Mem. That's 5. Interesting. Let's do this. We hit a Neoform. Let's go ahead and just ending Memnite and pass the turn. Just reduce their artifact count by 1. Make it a bit more difficult for them to be able to do something this turn. Because we can't drown whatever they do. Okay, there's 4 or 5. Have we hit a Springleaf Drum in our draw? No. It's funny how bad Field of Ruin is against them. Because just almost all of their lands are indestructible. So we can't drown whatever they do here. Glimmer Void. Frogmite. Nope. Can't drown that. Hey Blitz, how you doing? So Companion comes down here. Do they try to Neoform it now? I mean, you're a pretty handsome top 8 as well, right? I think you top 8'd? I'm sure you have at some point. Instep. Neoform's sorcery, so we are safe to cycle this sanity in top 4. Ah, you're handsome, man. There we go. Let's mill them for 4, and let's grab ourselves a new card. Flooded Strand is a pretty good card to see there. They want to bobble us, see what we're drawing. Makes sense. An Archive Trap. Let's mill them for 3. Let's go ahead and fetch here. Doesn't change our game plan. Do we grab basic is the question. Not too afraid of what they've got going on there. So we'll go Watery Grave. And we'll shock it in. Pull them 3 more. Pass the turn. They're gonna bobble us. They get 2 redraws here. What will that buy them, though? If they go for the Neoform, we have the Test of Talents. If they go for the Thought Monitor, we have the Drown in the lock. They don't have enough colored mana to do both. Companion. Sure. No, you don't get to redraw. That's not how this one works. Copper All-Star. Yep. It's so good it had to eat a ban. Down to 9 we go. As much as I want to hold on to these visions, the only way it's online is with a fetch land at this point. So we're going to cycle 1. Guile's not bad. Ending. So we can ending the Memnite. And then we have test up. Because I know that they're going to sack if we go Guile. But we could go sack. Sack a gain force, sack make a token is the same effect. We go ending here. It buys us if Test of Talents is online. Or if they try to Neoform here. They've got 3 cards. If they go Thought Monitor, we can't stop it. So we can either take 8 and go to 1. And still have a crab, which won't buy us much. Or we can take 6 and still be dead on board. We need 2 cards off the top 1. That's not happening. But we do have this Visions to cycle. We need this to hit either Plains. We need exactly Plains and exactly Dam. If this isn't either of those cards, we lose. It's a Watery Grave. Cool. And an island. Even better. Opponent mills 4. We can make them sack, make a 1/1. If they try to just kill us in combat here. We can block. We still need exactly Dam off the top. This cast, we can't entwine, right? No, we're nowhere close to that. So make a 4/4 gain 4. Make a 1/1 gain 4 block. We take 2. We go to 3. If we make them sack and we make a 1/1. We're not at 3, but we're not dead this turn. Yep, Frog might get sacked. We have to just jump. And they're at 29 left in deck. Maybe they search. I highly doubt they will. Mainly because they just have to attack. We could put Luris into hand there. Doesn't buy us anything. Sure, that's a Memnite. Cool, they turn him sideways, we lose. We would have drawn Sanity. Sanity wouldn't have been bad. Knocks half their library away. And a crab. I just... Neoform Affinity. We also kept a one-lander, so I can't be too mad that we then... So I know I was just talking about keeping one-landers. But it's hard to say no to quad crab. Like one land in this hand goes off. Land. Archive shot. Okay, not terrible. They're gonna opt. Sure, sure. Makes sense. Ruin crab comes down and we pass the turn here. Cascade Bluffs. Blue Moon. And that's gonna get bolted. Why'd we? Oh, because they have to from the bluffs. Little did they know. We kept a one-lander hoping to draw lands. And we will never draw the land. Or we will. Ruin crab. Yes, we're gonna pay the life. And we're gonna yield. And we're gonna Hedron crab. So the Cascade Bluffs makes me go that this is a Blue Moon-esque shell. The question is, this is Blue Moon-esque with Murktide as its finisher? Or Blue Moon with Emrakul as its finisher? Hedron crab. This and save targets. And always yield. It's an Emrakul list. There's our answer. Okay. Two matchups with main board Emrakuls. First with Through the Breach primetime stuff. This time, Blue Moon. Archmage draw two? Sure. Card is dead. Card is dead. Luris to hand. PS turn. Not like we're going to be able to do much. Because Blue Moon. With Emmy. Prismari command. Deal 2. Draw 2. Discard 2. That's what I'd do if I was them. If they have it. Yep. I don't know. Discards a Valakut Awakening and a Fire Ice. interesting choices. So I know we want these 4 cards. In exchange, we probably don't want our Natasha's, huh? I mean, I know that you've got counter magic. You're Blue Moon. Mm-hmm. So they don't search. Oh, great. Another Prismari. Phenomenal. Oh, no. They tapped wrong. Archmage just charmed. Draw 2. No, Valakut Awakening. Pitch 3, draw 4. Bolt plus fire? Is that seriously what I'm looking at? Wow. Okay. The Soul Guide Lantern. Yep, this gets instantly countered. Got 1 left. We now just need to land and hope their last card's not a counterspell. Sorry, we can go Luris Crab. Probably this would be Luris Guide. So we have out a guide. Two in hand. Well, I'm not exactly milling them any right now. Ooh, so let's cycle. You're kidding. This is going to eat a counterspell? Okay. Two in hand. Triome. Has to be Triome. That's fine. It means that they get 1 more draw. Meanwhile, we can go Luris into Lantern. Hope that their 3 cards aren't counter magic. This is a big hope. Putting in the Lantern. Yeah, fire. I'm most scared of Snap Charm. I guess technically it's Snap Bolt. Play out the Flooded Strand past the turn. Because now we can go get ourselves Watery Grave. Watery Grave tapped. Drown in the Lock is now online. Godless Shrine as well, huh? We'll put it in play tapped. Pass the turn. Not casting either of these. So here's the snap. Snap's good. Assuming this is snap charm. Charm, draw 2. Target player draws 2. I could have countered the snap and effectively stopped them from having a beater. But I'm more worried about if what they had, or if they didn't spend the mana on the Archmage's Charm. Oh no, because then they had no cards in hand. We want Field of Ruin. Visions. Okay. We have enough to go Archive Trap into Visions. Hope that Lantern can hit enough. So red, blue, blue. I'm assuming we're about to get breached here. Or are they going to loot scoot? With the way that they tapped here, making a treasure token, destroying an artifact. Blue, blue. 1, 2, 3. Archive trap, yeah. And counter spells. This is game 1. And they get in for 2. Hmm. Visions. Ending. That's a good one. Converge. X is a 1. This will be 2 colors. And just get rid of the snappy boy. One's got 1 in hand. Cycle visions. And drown in the lock. Okay. Land. Blue, blue. 1, 2, 3. And then leaves up drown. So we have to shotgun. Not like we're gonna be activating anytime soon, because we don't have a way to stop their exile effect. Or their shuffle effect. I'm not gonna try to mill half their library away when we don't have a shuffler. Okay, the field's pretty good. Turns on double archive trap. Meaning we just need to stick a lantern. We've got 3 in the deck. So 1 in 12. Basically what we're looking at here. Other than that, we're both just gonna kind of play chicken. Visions. Okay. Counter. It's fine. You trying to go through the breach here? Draw 2. How about no? Lantern. Lantern. Nice long game 1 here. Crab. That's it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. An ending. Cool. Card does nothing. Land. They have 9 mana effectively. This we draw land. Let's go ahead and just make him get rid of that. I don't even want to play a land out. When we have the crab. I just need to resolve a lantern. I need to find a lantern. They're gonna tap down the Field of Ruin. Okay. And a Scalding Tarn. Draw. Are we tapping down the Field of Ruin again? You're firing the crab. Sure. It allows me to play lands again. Put it into play tapped and pass the turn. Assuming this is going to be an attempted through the breach. Through the breach. Black and blue. Drown that too. Ending. Payments tapped. So they tried to through the breach. That means that they have at least one Emrakul. Let's try to hit him for 13 here. Okay, well, they've got Emrakul still in the yard. So let's get back to an even playing field. Is this another through the breach? Yep. Show me that you had an Emmy in hand. Cool. All right. Game 1 complete. Surgical extirpates, paths. Well, you can't path an Emrakul, so no. But test and dispute. Test, yes. Dispute, no. Sasha's is pretty bad in this matchup. As fun as Seek is, we know that they're running multiple Emrakuls and multiple through the breach. Just cut there. Would love to play first. Reveal this Luris and let's go to town. 1 lander, but with a surgical and 2 crabs. Mulligan. Okay. Keepable. Bottom. Probably the sanity here. So what's more important to me? They don't have a discard. We don't need to drown anything onto. So we're going to hold the Hedron Crab here. Basic island. There we go. This, and then we draw an extirpate. That's a pretty good one. Grab. This, mill and save targets. They're gonna opt, sure. They like the card that was on top. Good for them. We counterspell, lightning bolt. Alright. I'm gonna hold this flooded strand for as long as possible. We could crack it there. It doesn't buy us anything. Whereas us holding this flooded strand as long as possible in case they did bring in Blood Moon because they saw that we were 3 color allows us to get our 3rd color. Play the land. Mill over some cards. That's fine. Cast a Soul Guide Lantern. Oh, nice. Soul Guide didn't eat a counterspell? Get rid of a Snapcaster. Interesting. Lots of blue. Relic. Okay. Delta. Okay. Chemical. In response. Extirpate that card. 'Cause no. It's a nice in-hand Emrakul. That is all the Emrakuls gone away with. What is their win condition now? 2 Snapcaster Mages. That is how they're going to win this game. Okay. That is indeed 2 Snapcaster Mages. You're gonna fetch here. Get Watery Grave. Because we already have our basic swamp. So we have to do it this way. Kill them 3 and get ourselves an island. Or plains, I mean. Oh, there's a Snapcaster. And so they're down to 1 Snapcaster in deck. River Glide is a card. I'm pretty sure we can just go ahead and crack this to draw. Archive Trap. Okay. Land here wouldn't be bad because we can go land, lures into hand, hold up, drown. Ruin Crab's not awful either. We can go Ruin Crab past the turn. Because if they try to counter this, we just counter back. 3 mana, no opponent. You're gonna pop your... You're gonna Fluster Storm. Okay, sure. I just got rid of 2 counter spells. So that way you now have a Ruin Crab. And you're now going to try to mill me out? Okay. We exile a card. Oh no. Whatever will we do? Goodbye, land. I don't think you challenge the mill player to a mill race when you don't have any way to mill. Because you're just going to fuel my Luris. Ending your crab? Luris to hand. I will play this beat stick and smack you with it. What, you gonna fire my crab? Okay, yeah. Fires the crab. Could just ending the relic. Not opposed to that. Make him pop it now. You're... No, there's no point to play out Luris when we can't use it. You're gonna snap. Okay. You have a 2-1 beat stick. Laris, will show me that you have the counter spell. You're going to Snapcaster Archmage's Charm. Okay. Interesting. What? What? Soul Guide Lantern. Which is the one that has flashback? Target the one with flashback. Target player draws 2. Sure. Yeah, I was figuring they were going to try to take the crab, which is why I said, okay, I'll play out a relic. And they have the bolt. Of course they have the bolts. Why wouldn't they? Fetch. I dare you, opponent. We take 4, go to 10 here. This archive trap, not bad. We need opponent to fetch at this point. And now we don't. This, that. It. There. Blue, black. Do this. Have ourselves Island. Now. Cast for 0. Please let me just nab this. Yes. Test your charm. Their hand is another Archmage's charm. That's glorious. Do we have any more shuffle effects? No. And we don't have anything that looks at the graveyard anymore. So we're good. And we'll go ahead and we'll take these out of the graveyard. We're getting to 20 anyway. Let's get rid of all of those. Okay. You're going to fetch in response. I'm going to archive trap you. They go down to 19. Are they able to find something? They are. Unfortunate. Down to 5. They have us on a 2-turn clock, but we know that their hand is through the breach. I didn't even see what the other card was. Anyway, we know that their hand's through the breach, something irrelevant. We go to 6. Ruin Crab's interesting. Ruin Crab? Ruin Crab. Land tapped. Pass. Milia. You're gonna opt? Okay, opponent. Go ahead and opt. I am at 6. You have 2 cards in hand and no cards in deck. Good luck. All right. Mill gets there. Onwards to game 3, where we get to deal with 4 Emeralds and 2 relics. So, again, their only real win condition here after we get rid of those Emeralds is Snapcaster Mage. So, get rid of Emrakul, then try to get rid of Snapcaster. After that, they are doing nothing. I can see bringing in the disputes. I don't know why I didn't do that initially, actually. I guess because I have to cut cards. We'll just get rid of ending. Ending's cute, but their only threats are Snapcasters and then spells. It's tempting, but nope. Sure. Keep bottom the Triome. Scalding Tarn is played for opponent. Gonna go Watery Grave, shock it in, and play out the Soul Guide Lantern and pass the turn. Steam Vince number 1. And in his land. So I'm taking a guess. I have counter magic or fire. This Ruin Crab. This Yield and Save. Emmy. Well, I guess if we're already doing an Emrakul. Do this. Get ourselves a Hollowed Fountain into play tapped. Mill them 3 more. Second Emmy. Get that out of here. So I got rid of 2 of 4. Interesting that they didn't have counter magic or removal. Cascade Bluffs. Problem is we now don't have a way to recur. Okay, that's fine. This mill 3. Flourish to hand, pass turn. Prismari, deal 2, make a treasure. Do they have it? Did they have the turn 4? And taking us to 2 here? Nope. Cool. Extirpate, huh? Okay. Gonna go Hollowed Fountain tapped. No, we'll shock it in here. Pass the turn. Shocking it in because it allows us to have up Drown and Cycling Sanity. So I can either drown. Let's go ahead and just cycle now. See if we get lucky in the top 4. No. Okay. Well, there's a Snapcaster. So we're not out of it. Let them draw. I don't want them having a lot of cards in hand, because that'll be how we lose. Them playing that out is odd. So I'm assuming they have counter magic. So we're just going to play this out and pass the turn. We've got 5 minutes to win it. One's got 33 left in deck. Snap. We're going to drown this. You had to counterspell this entire time. Okay. Resolves a Snapcaster, but can only opt with it. Or bolt. They can bolt. Yep. We go down to 12. So at this point, it's going to be Luris, Crab. Black, white, Luris. If Luris resolves, we get Crab. If Luris doesn't. Okay. Luris doesn't. Blooded Strand. Pass the turn. Cascade Bluffs. Okay. They smack for a bit here. I'm gonna go down to 7, get ourselves an island, and cycle this sanity. Okay, that's pretty good. Means we can probably hit there. Do this, hit a steam vents, sure, why not? Float your red. Oh, we can have Valakut Awakening? Prismari, 2 to us, make a treasure, sure. This, get an island. Cast for 0. As Snap. Snap's gonna target which card? Targeting Counterspell. Have to let it happen. Yes, I know I could have extirpated it, but then we're doing nothing. Fetch down to 4. Triome. Well, they're pretty low at this point. We have to block a Snapcaster, though. We need Guile to do sack, make a dude. We're at 2. Do they have the Bolt or the Prismari? But of course, 2 cards. Dispute. Of course, no, Dispute doesn't matter at this point. They've got plenty of mana. Guile. Dang it. So if we had landed that Archive Trap. Okay. So if we had extirpated in response to the target of the Snapcaster Mage, then we would have resolved the Archive Trap. But they probably would have hit, but then we would have Visions. Visions would have resolved. We'd draw 3, meaning we would have drawn the Crab, the Dispute, and the Guile. Then we could go Crab, land, pass. Okay. So there's a line there where we might have another turn. But again, main board Emeralds. Not fun to deal with. It's been... Ooh. We'll try this. Turn 1, Crab. Turn 2, Crab land. Turn 3, Archive Trap you. This is Watery Grave because it's plains. So Hedron Crab pass the turn. We're in the fun bracket. Steam Vent, Shotgun, and Bolt. Creative. Another Emrakul list. I already know what this thumbnail is gonna be. So. Did somebody order spaghetti? And I guess I don't have to be an Emrakul list. It could be a Velomachus list. Ah. Aha. I'm funny. Search for Azcanta. So we need to draw a Soul Guide Lantern here. Another Hedron Crab. So on the bright side, we're going to mill them for a lot. Every single turn. But it does not matter how much we mill them for when they run Emrakul main board. Yep, your search for Azcanta is definitely online. If you so want to flip it. So I see the Nahiri, which makes me definitely go that this is a Emrakul build. And they search. Best part is we can't use this Archive Trap. I mean, we could. but I don't want to. I want to hold up visions. One, two, you're gonna fire a crab. I'm gonna try it. Let's get greedy. Okay. Sure. You get to fire my crab. You're gonna bolt the other one? Okay, they're down to 21 left in deck, though. 32 in yard. So visions here. Try to find that lantern. Can't find a lantern. Maybe it's just in hand at this point. Bruh. 18 left in deck, huh? I mean, we can't mill at this point. Like, that's just massive. I see 3 creativities. So they have to have creativity in hand. And since they're not playing anything, they don't. Meaning we now need our Soul Guide Lantern. They fetch. I'm not going to trap you at this point. Dwarven Mine, sure. Crab. Lures to hand. No actions. We can go Luris plus crab and then just set up a massive crab board. Ending, huh? So we know that they possibly have a mana leak in hand. Other than that, white, black, 1, Luris. Bring back that ruin crab that they were so afraid of. See, it's so funny. As soon as we land this lantern, this match is over. But we need to land the lantern. Crab. I'm gonna block with a dwarf. I mean, it doesn't matter. All right. And they concede. Beating, they drew Emrakul. So we were going to cycle there. We would have drawn the swamp, then we would have drawn for the turn. It would have been at Tasha's. Okay, at that point we Tasha. Yeah. We Tasha, and then depending on what we hit there, we then go for the kill. All right. These cards come in. Honestly, Seek doesn't seem awful. Ending seems meh. Test is good. They don't have counter magic. This really isn't a Guile matchup, and I don't like 3-mana exile graveyard effect. I don't know how I feel about Tasha. I guess we can trim one. Yep. Go ahead and grab Luris. We've got a Lantern, we've got a Trap, we've got a Sanity, we've got a Test of Talents. I like this hand. It's not as crab heavy, but that's fine. Bloodstained Mire, let's go. Fractured Sanity, let's go. Soul Guide. We hit a Velomachus. That's not bad. And we hit 2 creativities. That's pretty good. There's a Teferi there. I don't like seeing Teferi. Sacred Foundry. Sacred Foundry tapped. If you try to ending this, I'm just going to pop it. Like, that graveyard's fine by me to get rid of. That is 2 creativities gone. That is a Velomachus gone. Actually, is that more than 2? That is 3. That is 3 of 4. And so this Test of Talents countering that's only a counter spell, but you know, sometimes counterspell's a good card. Shocks. Oh, again, puts it into play tapped. And goes for search. Try to increase the odds of us drawing a blue source. I like that draw. This get an island. Yield to the crab. Yep, there's an Emrakul. We figured that there was one in there, but we're not going to be able to fight that for a bit. I guess we shouldn't have gone shields down because now if they have Dwarven Mine into Indomitable Creativity in hand, we do get punished severely I don't think we can race that. So here's hoping that 2 of their 5 cards aren't the exact 2 that they need, considering how 1 is a 1 of in the deck. The 4 of I'm not surprised that they had. But this would mean that they kept creativity on their hand. Okay, Nahiri. Nahiri's fine. The words that I just uttered. Nahiri is fine. Black, white, and blue, Luris. See, this is going to be awkward as all heck if this hits. Well, again, if it hits it, it hits it. There's nothing we can really do to stop that. This is land. They mill some, and now we play out the lantern. Soul Guide Lantern, get rid of Time Warp? No, get rid of Bolt in case they have Snapcaster. They're not Time Warping anytime soon. So Field of Ruin here is lethal. Nahiri, they go for the discard. Time Warp takes an extra turn. Darn. Meaning, oh, well, they just possibly ended their lives there with this. Dwarven Mine. Archive Trap you. Come on, hit the Emrakul. Hit the Emrakul. 50% chance. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Well, it doesn't have haste. No, it does with Nahiri. It has haste. So they opt. We have to keep the lantern around. How weird. But if we keep the lantern around, we lose because we take 17. No, Nahiri is return to the hand at the beginning. That's end step. If they have a way to get rid of a permanent, we lose. Cool. They get rid of the Luris, and then Annihilator trigger. We have to get rid of all the 6. Right, it's Annihilator 6. Yeah, you have to swing with the dwarves to kill me now. Annihilator 6 happens. We have to get rid of 6 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We lose everything. We take 17. We'll give them the clean board state picture. All right. So the Time Warp, buying them exactly what they needed. Again, I like what we have. Maybe dispute? Dispute over a laughter and a visions? Sure, we'll try it. Would love to play first. Let's reveal this Laris and go to work. It's an interesting one because it can almost function. Okay. No, we don't have a blue source. Okay, we'll keep bottom. We just don't have any mill action here, though. Blooded Strand pass the turn. Triome for them. I think we'll match them there. Fetch for the Triome. That shows us a plains. New Reds whole guide. Get rid of our Flooded Strand to pass the turn. Just that we have a Flooded Strand out. Another Triome. Okay. Watery Grave tapped. Plains and pass. So that we can mystical dispute this to fairy. They're not windmill slamming into fairy here. Nope. Need to think. They search. Good. Excellent. Can't be countered. Okay. That's fine by us. Dwarven Mine makes a dwarf. Mystical Dispute. Now we both get to sit here. Ruin Crab. Just kidding. I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to do things. Bye-bye. Emerald's good. It's only 9 cards that hit the exile. But hey. Still 9. So Velomachus was probably their only hit left. Hmm. All right. They had another creativity. Velomachus was found. All right, now just going to take infinite amount of turns and kill me. At Sacred Foundry tapped. Shocked. And they're ending? Okay. Makes sense. Because now I can't get it back if they don't have a way to deal with the lures. Velomachus, look at the top 7. Assuming they're going to cast Time Warp. Or a Time Warp effect. They have to hit it 3 times. Well, that's an opt, so that is 0 times. You didn't get rid of any turn stuff. Drown, baby. This Lurus. We're not drowning this Velomachus anytime soon. So let's go ahead and put the lantern in. Exile ending. So we know that the 28. Yeah, because the bottom 6 were a whiff. So 30. Okay, they're going to time warp. Yep. We take 5. Go down to 7. What? We kill him Lurus? Assuming with a fire? Fire's us. Yeah. Makes sense. Because now we're at 5 and they have an extra turn. Alright. Losing to turns. Another Emrakul mainboard deck. Let's see another time warp. Yeah, baby. So even if they didn't have the fire, I'm curious. Crack this and draw a card. Another drown. Cool. Alright. 0-4. We're facing Evan. Is this keepable? Not really. This one is, though. Keep it bottom of the Guile. Yep. In the 04 bracket. Crab. Glacial floodplain. Really? Of course. All right. Another Field of Ruins. Not terrible, though. We'll go Field and pass. Plan to cycle this sanity here. Scalding Tarn. Blue 1. Cycle, Mill 4. Archmage Charm, Prismatic Ending. Okay, so there's some counter spell dot deck. Exactly what we were expecting from the control player. Alright. Let's get it out of the way. Oh. Nine cards. Okay. All right. And so just hard control. We see Supreme Verdicts, Counterspells, Time Ravelers, Solitudes, Cryptics. Hard control. And that is Cryptic Command mana. Drown. We'll hold up Drown here. I don't want the control player to counter my Tasha's. Actor fiction? No, thank you. Man tried to slam that factor fiction. Do this. And get a Water Grave to play tapped. Visions. That's a fun card. So I don't have... No way to hold up Drown and Tasha at the same time. Esper Minecraft. Am I seriously... No, I'm in the category Magic. Don't you lie to me like that. Also, my opponent. Yeah. Down to 12. Yeah, I faced Titan Breach. Match 1. Match 2, I faced Affinity. Match 3, I faced Blue Moon. And match 4, I faced Bellamachus Turns. one too. This. Rid of that. Doing land in blue. And so I faced a good amount of spaghetti dust or decks today. Bruh. See, I don't want to just pass, but I don't want that to stick around. Last record was 2-3. Time Raveler. Eh? I need a cycle. Okay. That's a card. I'm gonna draw. Lantern. Crab here. Grab that. I probably should hit the breeding pool to knock them off of green. I need to be thinking about where I'm targeting things. Evoking. Okay. Evoke and Ephemerate. Such a nice pile. My crab gets exiled twice. It's so powerful. Yes, I said, look who my opponent is. Me. Get that card out of here, Evan. You're good. Soul Guide Lantern. Fact or fiction? Just don't want that card coming back. Blue, blue, blue. Tasha's. Show me more counter magic, Evan. Counter draw. Yeah. Have your counter draw. Could cycle visions. It doesn't buy me anything. Okay. Ending. Ending the Teferi? All right. Yep. 10. Is that targeting Lantern? No. What you think? I mean, it's an interesting concept. I don't know how you give Twitch 10 partners. Oh, that have not streamed in 9 months. Ah. No, I don't think that'll do you any favors. because I am subbed to somebody who hasn't done it in years. Eternal Witness. What card are we targeting, Evan? Because the answer is no. But I'm glad that you're trying. Do you have the Ephemerate? No Ephemerate. Okay. This lures to hand. This. Just need to cycle visions at this point. Blah, 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 blah. I'd imagine doing the whole shoot them partners who haven't streamed in 9 months. Kind of just seems petty to them. Well, yes, it is relevant to go, look, you have partners who don't stream. It's more so along the lines of once your partner, they don't have any way to not to kick people out of the partner program without just explicitly doing so. There's no auto timeout. There's no you have to keep up with it. So this smacks me for 2. I'm assuming Evan has counter magic in hand at this point. Doesn't mean we're still not gonna try. Luris. All black mana. Yeah, Evan, I know that you have counter magic. I've still gotta try. Counter Ewit. He has 3 cards? Yes. Huh. This, and then Ewit puts Cryptic into hand. Holds up Cryptic mana. Kaya's Guile. Pretty sure we have enough mana to entwine this. Not like we're ever casting this and resolving it against Evan. Because this card, and this card, and the card in his hand. We're pretty much soft locked out of this game. Another lantern, huh? So, white, black, 1, 2, 3. Let's just get this card out of your hand. I shall play this Kaya's Guile at sorcery speed, entwined. Because this is going to be counterbalance. Just counters. Evan, supposed to be more rude than that. Of course. All right. Try it again. Or do we know that he has Cryptic in hand? Ephemerate. Even better. Ephemerate put Archmage's Ephemerate counterspell. I guess. There's a card draw. Oh, and now the Ephemerate rebound happens. Okay, I guess. It's Ewit and then hits the Ephemerate again. Yeah. And now has Ephemerate soft lock, Cryptic soft lock. Just seeing if he wants to show me anything else. Takes an additional turn. Okay. Needs one more point of damage. For additional turn to matter. Oh. Well, okay. I see that lock on the wall. I wasn't thinking about that one. All right. Test of Talents, Mystical Dispute. Yes. Prismatic Ending is fine. Damn is all right. I don't think Evan's going to be doing anything. Surgicals probably aren't great. I'm tempted to bring in a Seek. Tasha just isn't good in this matchup. But most of the Tashas. Cut a Lantern. Cut another Lantern and bring in an Extirpate. No. Do it like that. Okay. Here we go. Probably final game of this league. But that's just because I don't think Control's a great matchup for Mill. And splashing a third color. Don't know how this will play out. I would love to slap this Evan character. I would love to slap him silly. But that's probably not going to happen. He's bringing in one card. Yeah, and that card is Emrakul. 61 card special. Sure, we keep this hand. Ruin Crab, pass the turn. Misty cracked. Okay. Well, there's an Endurance. So I know what card I want to hit. Of course. And I don't have the surgical. Left in all the surgicals. Because of course I did. He couldn't remember who I was? Of course. How are you supposed to remember that? HLG42, a name that I haven't gone by in years. But I'm stuck with on MTGO. Drown. What a fun card. Because he has to respect the mod. But I'm not a mod in his chat. I was going to say, I think what? Yes, take the crab. End my soul, Evan. He says, I am the mill now, and no. We're not playing that one. This mystical dispute looks real good. Just gonna put Luris to hand. Why not? Evan's not running discard. I'm not doing anything important for a while. I doubt he has another endurance in hand. There's a big Teferi. So we're looking down big Teferi and little Teferi. This is not looking great. No. We've been in a rough spot since the endurance. Yeah. Fractured sanity galore. Yeah. Calibrated last. Better than Esper Mill, apparently. That's 100% a joke, by the way. This is just a terrible league for Mill. Yep. Seek. As Void Pointer, thank you very much for the follow. And have audio through to a single stream. I mean, we could, but that's effort. Mainly just setting up a Discord call and him realizing that there's a Discord call. I mean, on my end, it'd be easy. It's just a Discord call. I don't know what he has to do for his stuff. If his audio is routed correctly and whatnot. Luris. I know this is eating a counter spell. I don't like nothing shocking about this. Or just letting Evan have his fun and toy with us till he eventually finds a win condition. Ice Fang. I mean, he's found a win condition. It's called the Teferi Ultimate. Which is next turn. Grayest place to the end. I mean, I'm going to concede once he has the Teferi ult down. But I mean, it doesn't, I'm in the 04 bracket. I'm here for fun at this point. Overload. Because we can't cast it normally. Teferi ult, and then down take other Teferi, and then replay the Teferi in hand. Time Warp. Of course, because now you get to uptick both and still do things. There's the scry. There's the Teferi ult. We're doing Archmage's Charm, draw 3. Ice Fang, draw, exile. Exile's my blue source. Smart. Ice Fang again. Exile's my black source. Okay. Now they down tick with the fairy to draw. Oh, we're going to ephemerate. Archmage Charm, draw 2. Archmage Charm, draw 2. Clean board. Wait. Yep. Triple sanity here. Draws, can't exile anything. Aha. All right, so he's clearly got this. We're letting him just have fun. Think of your family and the dogs. Man, they were barking up a storm earlier. Island. I'm not playing it. I don't want to play a permanent. Who needs to play those permanent cards anyway? All right. Ending his own Teferi. Draws a card. 2 more turns to go. I'm letting him have his way. That's what's gonna happen at this point. You thought you This man just bounced. I mean, it has flash, so. Is he trying to go for the full clean board state? No. Oh, he is. I'm gonna bounce and hit my yard as well. Fun. Everything is cleaned. I'm gonna put in a land so that way he gets to clear on the draw. Because Teferi is exile. What is this man casting? Cryptic. There we go. All right. So a solid 0-5 league for Esper Mill. However, I don't necessarily think Esper Mill isn't the way to go. It feels fine. You just have to not hit Blue Moon, Velomachus Turns, Titan Breach, Control, and Neoform Affinity. You know, just avoid the Spaghetti God. And I feel you're in a pretty good spot. I feel I could probably have won against Evan if I had kept better hands. I was just 0-4. I kind of was just throwing that match. And against the Affinity player, it's probably not a great matchup, but it's definitely winnable. So, all in all, I don't think Esper Mill's a bad strategy. I just think this was a bad league for it. With that being said, I'll definitely probably toy around with Esper some more. And we'll see how we can do. Anyway, see y'all next video. Have a good one.